Let's start setting up.
Okay.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
I'm back. No issue on the walk around.
Okay.
Passengers boarding started.
Cockpit preparation checklist.
Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Fuel quantity.
3,001 kilograms.
Seatbelts.
On.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Baro ref.
1013. Set.
1013. Set. Cockpit preparation checklist completed.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
All Nippon 320, ready to pick up IF, our clearance to Tokyo, Haneda.
All Nippon 320, Incheon delivery, expect runway 16 left, Igoba 2 hotel departure. Squawk 3753.
Agoba 2 hotel departure. Squawk 3753. All Nippon 320.
All Nippon 320, read back correct. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for push will start.
Please use your
Ground 121.7 when ready for pushback or engine start. All Nippon 320.
And visibility okay. Temperature 22, 2.16. Fuel and H1017. Landing runways 16 right, 15 left. Departing runways 15 right, 16 left. Transition level 140. Advise on initial contact you have information hotel.
2.16. QNH 1017. ILS
Incheon Airport information. Shandong 4610. Ready to pick up IF or clearance to routing. Shandong 46.
Korean Air 213 Heavy. Contact Incheon Tower 118.2. Bye-bye.
Shandong 4610. Incheon ground. Pushback approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Face southwest. Shandong 4610. Shandong 4610. Request taxi.
Shandong 4610. Runway 16 left taxi via Romeo 7. Romeo 4. Romeo 12. Mike. Mike 19er. November 7.
Runway 16 left taxi via Romeo 7. Romeo 4. Romeo 12. Mike. Mike 19er. November 7. Shandong 4610.
All Nippon 320, gate 123, request pushback.
All Nippon 320, Incheon ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Face southwest. All Nippon 320.
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Hello, Captain.
Yes,
We are ready
you can
for
start
pushback.
boarding.
Thanks.
Korean Air 643 Heavy, at gate November
Hey
553,
guys, all
request
pets are on
pushback.
board. Are we
Ladies and
clear to
gentlemen,
close?
welcome on board today as
Yes.
you locate your assigned
Thanks.
seats.
Korean
Can we
Air
wait
643 Heavy, Incheon ground, pushback approved. Face northwest.
Departments. If you need assistance,
Pushback and engine start approved.
You are
Face
unable to
northwest.
accommodate any
Korean
items
Air
that you have
643
at
Heavy.
the boarding door, and we will check it for you. Also, review the safety instruction card in your seat pocket. If you are seated at an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria.
China Eastern 580.
Before start
Gate
checklist.
128.
Parking brake.
Request pushback. Locking gear.
Set.
Takeoff speeds and thrust.
China Eastern 580, Incheon ground, pushback approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Face southwest. China Eastern 580.
V1160, VR163,
Shandong 4610, contact Incheon
Flex
Tower
10,
118.8.
degrees.
V1160 VR
Contact Tower
163
118.8.
V2
Shandong
163 flex
4610.
10 5 8 degrees. Windows.
Closed.
Beacon.
On.
Are you sure about that? Before start checklist completed.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Korean Air 643 Heavy, request taxi. Korean Air 643 Heavy, runway 16 left taxi via Romeo 4, Mach 19er, November 7. Runway 16 left taxi via Romeo 4, Mach 19er, November 7, Korean Air 643 Heavy.
Starting engine 1.
Okay.
China Eastern 580. Request taxi.
China Eastern 580, runway 16 left taxi via Alpha November, Romeo 4, Romeo 12, Mach 19er, November 7.
Runway 16 left taxi via Alpha November, Romeo 4, Romeo 12, Mach 19er, November 7, China Eastern
Please
580.
parking brakes. Rating 이용 confirmation for a good engine
Korean
start.
Air 643 Heavy, contact
Starting engine
Incheon Tower 118.8. Over to Tower 118.8, Korean Air 643 Heavy.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
원락king 기어. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
All Nippon 320, taxi for departure.
All Nippon 320, runway 16 left taxi via Alpha Sierra, Romeo 4, Romeo 12, Mach 19er, November 7.
Runway 16 left taxi via Alpha Sierra, Romeo 4, Romeo 12, Mike 19er, November 7, all Nippon 320.
After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
28% set.
Rudder trim.
Neutral.
After start checklist completed.
Clear left side.
Steer right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Flight control check.
Ready. Full down. Full up. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Taxi
Lufthansa
checklist.
713
Flight control.
Heavy, gate 41, request
Checked.
pushback.
Checked. Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Lufthansa
Config 1 plus
713
F.
Heavy,
Radar and
Incheon
predictive wind
ground,
shear system.
pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
On and auto.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
ECAM
Pushback
memo.
and engine start
Take off,
approved.
no blue.
Face
Taxi
west.
checklist completed.
Lufthansa 713 Heavy.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this aircraft. Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions. lighted information signs, and posted placards. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate the exit nearest you. The nearest exit may be
China
behind
Eastern
you.
580. Contact Incheon Tower 118.8.
The cabin is pressurized. If there is a
Contact
loss
Tower
of cabin pressure, the panel
118.8.
will open
China
and
Eastern
oxygen mask
580.
will appear.
Have a good day.
Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head.
Lufthansa
and tighten by
713
pulling on
Heavy.
the end.
Request
Secure
taxi.
your own mask before assisting others. Your seat
Lufthansa
bottom cushion may be
713 Heavy.
location
Runway
device.
16
Pull up
left
and
taxi
remove
via
the cushion
42.
upon
Romeo
exiting the
4.
aircraft.
Romeo
Place
12.
your arms around the
Mike.
cushion
Mike
and hold on to the
19er.
strap
November
located on the
7.
back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin
Runway
or
16
lavatory.
left taxi via
Cabin
42.
lights will now be
Romeo
turned off.
4.
Reading light
Romeo
buttons are
12.
located above
Mike.
your seat.
Mike
Thank you for your
19er.
attention.
November 7. Lufthansa 713 Heavy.
All aircraft be advised information India now current. QNH 1017. All Nippon 320. Contact Incheon Tower 118.8.
Over to Tower 118.8. All Nippon 320.
Jeju Air 2622, go around. Fly runway centerline, maintain 1,600 feet. On the go. Fly runway centerline, maintain 1,600 feet. Jeju Air 2622. Jeju Air 2622, contact Seoul approach 119.75, speak soon. Contact Seoul approach 119.75, Jeju Air 2622, talk to you in a bit.
All Nippon 320, ready to go, runway 16 left.
All Nippon 320, Incheon Tower, wind 100 at 10, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff, all Nippon
Lineup
320.
Takeoff runway.
Runway 16 left, confirmed.
Runway 16 left, confirmed. TCAS.
TARA.
PAX 1 and 2.
On.
Lineup checklist completed.
Takeoff.
Check. Thrust set. V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up. Flaps 1.
Lufthansa 713 Heavy, holding short, runway 16 left.
Lufthansa 713 Heavy, Incheon Tower, wind 100 at 10, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff, Lufthansa 713 Heavy.
All Nippon 320, contact Seoul departure 121.4.
Flaps 0.
Contact Seoul departure 121.4, all Nippon 320. Seoul departure, all Nippon 320, good day, 1,500 feet.
All Nippon 320, Seoul departure, identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, all Nippon 320.
1,000 to go.
Check.
Seoul departure, Lufthansa 713 Heavy, 700 feet.
Lufthansa 713 Heavy, Seoul departure, due date, identified. Climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, Lufthansa 713 Heavy.
Clear rad and AV.
Okay.
Nippon 320. Contact Incheon Control 125.45.
Contact Incheon Control 125.45, all Nippon 320. Incheon Control, all Nippon 320, through flight level 155 for flight level 180.
All Nippon 320, Incheon Control, good day, identified. Climb to flight level 370.
Climb to flight level 370, all Nippon 320.
Incheon Control, Lufthansa 713 Heavy. Through flight level 162 for flight level 190 direct HP 121.
Lufthansa 713 Heavy, Incheon Control, identified. Climb to flight level 400.
Climb to flight level 400, Lufthansa 713 Heavy.
Korean Air 213 Heavy, contact Taegu Control 128.175.
Center on 128.175, Korean Air 213 Heavy.
Jeju Air 1304, Incheon Control, expect Delta 1 Alpha, runway 15 left. Expect Delta 1 Alpha, runway 15 left, Jeju Air 1304. Asiana 8947, Dotal 2 Mike, runway 25. Report ready for descent.
Dotal 2 Mike, runway 25, ready for descent. Asiana 8947.
Asiana 8947, descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110, Asiana 8947.
Asiana 8922, Incheon Control, expect Oman 2 Tango, runway 32 left.
Expect Oman 2 Tango, runway 32 left, Asiana 8922.
T-Way 708, Incheon Control, expect Oman 2 Tango, runway 32 left. Expect Oman 2 Tango, runway 32 left, T-Way 708. Jean Air 439, Incheon Control, expect upgoes 2 Mike, runway 25. Expect upgoes 2 Mike, runway 25, Jean Air 439. Jean Air 439, contact Jeju approach 119.225. Contact Jeju approach 119.225, Jean Air 439. Jean Air 563, contact Jeju approach 119.225.
Contact Jeju approach 119.225, Jean Air 563.
Asiana 8949, Incheon Control, expect Dotal 2 Mike, runway 25. Expect Dotal 2 Mike, runway 25, Asiana 8949.
Incheon Control, Air Incheon 997 Heavy, through 13,800 feet for flight level 150.
Air Incheon 997 Heavy, Incheon Control, identified, climb to flight level 301.
Climb to flight level 301, Air Incheon 997 Heavy.
Jeju Air 7, Incheon Control, expect upgoes 2 Mike, runway 25.
Expect upgoes 2 Mike, runway 25, Jeju Air 7.
EasterJet 210, descend to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, EasterJet 210.
Air 263, contact Daegu Control 128.175. Have a good day.
Center on 128.175. Air 263, bye-bye.
Jeju Air 1304, Gusto 1 Alpha, runway 15 left. Report ready for descent. Gusto 1 Alpha, runway 15 left, ready for descent. Jeju Air 1304. Jeju Air 1304, descend to flight level 270. Descend to flight level 270, Jeju Air 1304.
Incheon Control, Hong Kong Shuttle 619, out of flight level 145 for flight level 170, direct cell 06.
Hong Kong Shuttle 619, Incheon Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 340.
Climb to flight level 340, Hong Kong Shuttle 619.
Incheon Control, Dynasty 161 Heavy, to flight level 179er for flight level 190. Dynasty 161 Heavy, Incheon Control, radar contact, climb to flight level 380. Climb to flight level 380, Dynasty 161 Heavy. Keyway 708, Omen 2 Tango, runway 32 left. Report ready for descent. Omen 2 Tango, runway 32 left, ready for descent. Keyway 708. Keyway 708, descend to flight level 190. Descend to flight level 190, Keyway 708. Incheon Control, Airbus on 174, good day. Through 14,000 feet for flight level 160. Airbus on 174, Incheon Control, good day. Radar contact, climb to flight level 330. Climb to flight level 330, Airbus on 174. Asiana 8949, Dotal 2 Mike, runway 25. Report ready for descent. Dotal 2 Mike, runway 25, ready for descent. Asiana 8949. Asiana 8949, descend to flight level 110. Descend to flight level 110, Asiana 8949.
Incheon Control, Korean Air 776, flight level 326.
Korean Air 776, Incheon Control, identified. Continue climb to flight level 340.
Continue climb to flight level 340, Korean Air 776.
Jeju Air 118, Incheon Control, expect Omen 2 Tango, runway 32 left. Expect Omen 2 Tango, runway 32 left, Jeju Air 118. EasterJet 210, contact Seoul approach 123.8.
Contact Seoul approach 123.8, EasterJet 210.
Korean Air 776, Gusto 1 Alpha, runway 15 left. Report ready for descent.
Gusto 1 Alpha, runway 15 left, ready for descent. Korean Air 776.
Korean Air 776, descend to flight level 270.
Descend to flight level 270, Korean Air 776.
Korean Air 1206, descend to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, Korean Air 1206.
119, Incheon control. Expect Intl 2 Mike, runway 25.
Expect total 2 Mike, runway 25, Jeju Air 119.
Incheon control, Air Busan 163, flight level 300.
Air Busan 163, Incheon control, identified. Shandong 4610. Contact Nanchang Control 120.5.
Contact Nanchang Control 120.5. Shandong 4610.
Asiana 511 Heavy. Contact Nanchang Control 120.5.
Center on 120.5, Asiana 511 Heavy.
Incheon control, Jeju Air 1615. Good day. Leaving 14,000 feet for flight level 170. Jeju Air 1615, Incheon control, good day. Radar contact, climb to flight level 350. Climb to flight level 350, Jeju Air 1615. Keyway 421 Heavy, contact Nanchang Control 120.5.
Contact Nanchang Control 120.5, Keyway 421 Heavy.
Jeju Air 118, Oman 2 Tango, runway 32 left. Report ready for descent. Oman 2 Tango, runway 32 left, ready for descent. Jeju Air 118. Jeju Air 118, descend to flight level 190. Descend to flight level 190, Jeju Air 118. Korean Air 643 Heavy, contact Nanchang Control 120.5.
Contact Nanchang Control 120.5, Korean Air 643 Heavy. Incheon Control, FedEx 5163 Heavy, good day. Passing flight level 148 for flight level 170 direct offset.
Korean Air 1206, contact Seoul approach 123.8.
Contact Seoul approach 123.8, Korean Air 1206.
FedEx 5163 Heavy, Incheon control, radar contact, climb to flight level 350.
Climb to flight level 350, FedEx 5163 Heavy.
Asiana 8924, Incheon control, expect Oman 2 Tango, runway 32 left.
Expect Oman 2 Tango, runway 32 left, Asiana 8924.
Jeju Air 1502, contact Seoul approach 121.35. Contact Seoul approach 121.35, Jeju Air 1502. 134 heavy, Incheon control. Expect Seraph Echo with the Seraph transition. Runway 16 left. Expect Seraph Echo with the Seraph transition. Runway 16 left. Sienna 134 heavy. Korean Air 8551 heavy. Contact Daegu control 128.175. Center on 128.175. Korean Air 8551 heavy. Bye-bye. Jeju Air 119. Dotal 2 Mike. Runway 25. Report ready for descent.
Dotal 2 Mike. Runway 25. Ready for descent. Jeju Air 119.
Jeju Air 119. Descend to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110. Jeju Air 119.
Sienna 332 heavy. Contact Seoul approach 119.75. Contact Seoul approach 119.75. Sienna 332 heavy. Sienna 8922. Descend to flight level 130. Descend to flight level 130. Sienna 8922.
We'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please refer to the menu.
China Southern 642. Contact Daegu control 128.175.
We request that you keep the aisle clear.
Contact Daegu control 128.175. China Southern 642. Bye-bye.
Jeju Air 1304. Descend to flight level 170. Descend to flight level 170. Jeju Air 1304. Incheon control. Jean Air 464. Flight level 130. Jean Air 464. Incheon control. Radar contact. China Southern 6028 heavy. Contact Daegu control 128.175. Have a good day.
Contact Daegu control 128.175. China Southern 6028 heavy.
Incheon control. EasterJet 602. Good day. Flight level 323. Bohemia 628. Incheon control. Expect Oman 2 Hotel. Runway 16 right. Expect Oman 2 Hotel. Runway 16 right. Bohemia 628. EasterJet 602. Incheon control. Radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 340. Continue climb to flight level 340. EasterJet 602. All Nippon 320. Contact Daegu control 128.175.
Contact Daegu control 128.175. All Nippon 320. Daegu control. All Nippon 320. Flight level 370.
All Nippon 320. Daegu control. Radar contact. China Southern 642. Contact Fukuoka control 118.9er. Bye-bye.
Center on 118.9er. China Southern 642.
Korean Air 2118, Gokdo 2 Tango, runway 32 left. Report ready for descent. Gokdo 2 Tango, runway 32 left, ready for descent. Korean Air 2118. Korean Air 2118, descend to flight level 180. Descend to flight level 180, Korean Air 2118. Korean Air 2118, contact Incheon Control 125.45. Center on 125.45, Korean Air 2118, have a good day. Jeju Control, Jeju Air 1102, flight level 360. Jeju Air 1102, Jeju Control, identified. All Nippon 320, contact Tokyo Control 124.905.
Center on 124.905, all Nippon 320. Tokyo Control, all Nippon 320, flight level 370.
All Nippon 320, Tokyo Control, identified.
Tokyo Control, Korean Air 213 Heavy, descending flight level 3996 for flight level 350 direct pirate.
Korean Air 213 Heavy, Tokyo Control, radar contact. Delta 189 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.5. Delta 189 Heavy. Take care.
J-Ocean 36, contact Komatsu approach 127.905.
Contact Komatsu approach 127.905, J-Ocean 36.
Japan Air 2085, contact Tokyo Control 133.5, bye-bye.
Contact Tokyo Control 133.5, Japan Air 2085.
Air China 133, Tokyo Control, expect Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 left.
Expect Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 left. Air China 133.
Air China 133, Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 left. Report ready for descent.
Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 left, ready for descent. Air China 133.
Air China 133, descend to 13,000 feet, QNH 1021.
Descend to 13,000 feet, Air China 133.
All Nippon 864 Heavy, Tokyo Control, expect Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 left.
Expect Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 left, all Nippon 864 Heavy.
Air China 133, contact Tokyo approach 119.1.
Contact Tokyo approach 119.1, Air China 133.
Star Walker 301, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, have a good day.
Center on 132.5, Star Walker 301.
All Nippon 320, experiencing turbulence, flight level 370.
All Nippon 320, unable. Japan Air 2005, contact Tokyo Control 125.6.
Center on 125.6, Japan Air 2005.
Nippon 864 Heavy, Oshima 1 Alpha, runway tree 4 left. Report ready for descent.
Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 left, ready for descent. All Nippon 864 Heavy.
All Nippon 864 Heavy, descend to 13,000 feet, QNH 1021.
Descent to 13,000 feet, all Nippon 864 Heavy. Tokyo Control, Japan Air 3513, good day, flight level 373.
Japan Air 3513, Tokyo Control, identified.
Tokyo Control, Air Premia 102 Heavy, descending via Cargo 1 Alpha, flight level 399er.
Air Premia 102 Heavy, Tokyo Control, identified. Korean Air 724 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, Korean Air 724 Heavy. Tokyo Control, Korean Air 8551 Heavy, flight level 370.
Korean Air 8551 Heavy, Tokyo Control, identified.
Tokyo Control, UPS 58 Heavy, flight level 400.
UPS 58 Heavy, Tokyo Control, identified.
Tokyo Control, Japan Air 610, good day, flight level 350.
Japan Air 610, Tokyo Control, radar contact. China Southern 8390, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, have a good day.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, China Southern 8390. Tokyo Control, Starflyer 46, flight level 390.
Starflyer 46, Tokyo Control, identified. Air Junior 1506 Heavy, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, bye-bye.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, Air Junior 1506 Heavy.
Tokyo Control, Lima 116 Heavy, flight level 360.
EVA 116 Heavy, Tokyo Control, radar contact. Fuji Dream 833, contact Tokyo Control 125.6.
Center on 125.6, Fuji Dream 833, bye-bye.
Tokyo Control, China Southern 6028 Heavy, good day, flight level 351.
China Southern 6028 Heavy, Tokyo Control, radar contact. Airspring 6576, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, Airspring 6576, bye-bye.
Tokyo Control, New Sky 16, good day, flight level 410.
New Sky 16, Tokyo Control, identified. Air 628 Heavy, contact Tokyo Control 133.5.
Contact Tokyo Control 133.5, Japan Air 628 Heavy. Have a good day.
Japan Air 610, contact Tokyo Control 133.5. Have a good day.
Center on 133.5, Japan Air 610.
EVA 122, contact Tokyo Control 125.6.
Center on 125.6, EVA 122.
Air 234, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, Jean Air 234.
Reach Oscar 25, Tokyo Control, expect radar vectors, ILS runway 02.
Expect radar vectors, ILS runway 02, reach Oscar 25.
T-Way 328, Tokyo Control, expect Maydies 1, runway 06 left.
Expect Maydies 1, runway 06 left, T-Way 328.
Starflyer 46, contact Tokyo Control 133.5, bye-bye. Center on 133.5, Starflyer 46, bye-bye.
Tokyo Control, IBEX 60, good day, descending via Card South, flight level 300.
IBEX 60, Tokyo Control, radar contact. All Nippon 320, contact Tokyo Control 133.5.
Center on 133.5, all Nippon 320, bye-bye. Tokyo Control, all Nippon 320, flight level 370.
All Nippon 320, Tokyo Control, radar contact. SmartCat 281, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5.
Contact Fukuoka Control 132.5, SmartCat 281.
Japan Air 2085, contact Fukuoka Control 132.5. Have a good day.
Center on 132.5, Japan Air 2085.
Orange Liner 423, descend to 1,500 feet.
Descend to 1,500 feet, Orange Liner 423.
All Nippon 320, contact Tokyo Control 134.15.
Center on 134.15, all Nippon 320. Tokyo Control, all Nippon 320, flight level 370.
All Nippon 320, Tokyo Control, identified. Alpha Wing 1263, contact Tokyo Control 133.5.
Center on 133.5, Alpha Wing 1263.
Nippon 320, Tokyo Control, expect Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 right.
Expect Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 right, all Nippon 320.
Tokyo Control, all Nippon 696. Good day, flight level 354.
All Nippon 696, Tokyo Control, good day, radar contact, continue climb to flight level 370.
Continue climb to flight level 370, all Nippon 696. Tokyo Control, Air Japan 252 Heavy, flight level 390.
Air Japan 252 Heavy, Tokyo Control, identified, continue climb to flight level 410.
Continue climb to flight level 410, Air Japan 252 Heavy.
All Nippon 320, Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 right. Report ready for descent.
Oshima 1 Alpha, runway 34 right, call when ready, all Nippon 320.
Alpha Wing 736, contact Kansai approach 121.5. Contact Kansai approach 121.5, Alpha Wing 736.
Tokyo Control, Japan Air 646 Heavy, flight level 388.
All Nippon 320, approaching our top of descent, ready for lower.
All Nippon 320, descend to 13,000 feet, QNH 1021.
Descend to 13,000 feet, all Nippon 320.
Japan Air 646 Heavy, Tokyo Control, radar contact, continue climb to flight level 409er.
Continue climb to flight level 409er, Japan Air 646 Heavy.
Orange Liner 7800, contact Tokyo Control 119.35. Center on 119.35, Orange Liner 7800, have a good day. China Southern 630, contact Tokyo Control 125.6. Center on 125.6, China Southern 630, bye-bye. Japan Air 668 Golf, contact Tokyo Control 125.6, have a good day.
Center on 125.6, Japan Air 668 Golf, have a good day. Tokyo Control, all Nippon 8501 Heavy, flight level 157.
All Nippon 8501 Heavy, Tokyo Control, identified, continue climb to flight level 400.
Continue climb to flight level 400, all Nippon 8501 Heavy.
Tokyo Control, Alpha Wing 991, good day, out of 9,700 feet for flight level 220 Directora. Alpha Wing 991, Tokyo Control, radar contact.
Tokyo Control, all Nippon 864 Heavy, descending via Oshima 1 Alpha, flight level 203.
All Nippon 864 Heavy, Tokyo Control, radar contact.
Tokyo Control, Air Junior 1380 Heavy, good day, flight level 140.
Air Junior 1380 Heavy, Tokyo Control, good day, identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, Air Junior 1380 Heavy.
Nippon 696, contact Tokyo Control 125.6.
Center on 125.6, all Nippon 696.
Nippon 8501 Heavy, contact Tokyo Control 125.6, bye-bye.
Contact Tokyo Control 125.6, all Nippon 8501 Heavy.
Air Japan 252 Heavy, contact Tokyo Control 125.6.
Center on 125.6, Air Japan 252 Heavy.
Air Junya 1380 Heavy, climb to flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360, Air Junya 1380 Heavy.
All Nippon 320, contact Tokyo Control 119.35, bye-bye.
Contact Tokyo Control 119.35, all Nippon 320. Tokyo Control, all Nippon 320, descending via Oshima 1 Alpha, 13,000 feet.
All Nippon 320, Tokyo Control, radar contact. Tokyo Control, Japan Air 668 Golf, flight level 246. Japan Air 668 Golf, Tokyo Control, radar contact. All Nippon 320, contact Tokyo approach 119.4.
Contact Tokyo approach 119.4, all Nippon 320. Tokyo approach, all Nippon 320, 12,700 feet with the numbers.
All Nippon 320 Tokyo approach, QNH1021 expect the ILS Zulu runway 34 right with the Arlon transition.
QNH1021 expect the ILS Zulu runway 34 right with the Arlon transition, all Nippon 320.
All Nippon 320, descend to 8,000 feet, QNH1021.
Descend to 8,000 feet, QNH1021, all Nippon 320.
Approach checklist.
Barrow ref.
1, 0, 2, 1, set.
1, 0, 2, 1, set. Seatbelts.
On.
Minimum.
1, 2, 0, set.
Auto brake.
Medium arm.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist completed.
Activate approach phase.
1,000 to go.
Check.
All Nippon 320, descend to 4,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000 feet, all Nippon 320.
All Nippon 320, cleared direct Arlon. Cross Arlon at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 34 right.
Cleared direct Arlon. Cross Arlon at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 34 right, all Nippon 320.
$1,000 to go.
Check.
All Nippon 320, established on final approach.
All Nippon 320, affirm.
Flaps 2.
Nippon 320, contact Tokyo Tower 118.575.
Contact Tower 118.575, All Nippon 320. Tokyo Tower, All Nippon 320, ILS Zulu runway 34 right.
All Nippon 320, Tokyo Tower, continue.
Roger, All Nippon 320.
Radar altimeter alive.
Check.
Japan Air 917 Heavy, runway 34 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 34 right, Japan Air 917 Heavy.
Gear down.
Japan Air 917 Heavy, Tokyo Tower, wind 055 at 4, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff, traffic 7 mile final, no delay.
Runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff, no delay, Japan Air 917 Heavy.
Flaps full.
Air Japan 257 Heavy, contact Tokyo departure 126.0.
Contact Tokyo departure 126.0, Air Japan 257 Heavy.
All Nippon 405, ready for departure, runway 34 right. All Nippon 405, hold short of 34 right, arriving traffic. Roger, hold short of 34 right for traffic, all Nippon
Landing
405.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist completed.
Tokyo Tower, Delta 295 Heavy,
1000.
ILS
Check.
Zulu runway 34 right.
1000.
All Nippon 320, wind 055 at 4, runway 34 right cleared to land.
Runway 34 right cleared to land, All Nippon 320.
Delta 295 Heavy, Tokyo Tower, continue. Wilco, Delta 295 Heavy. Japan Air 917 Heavy, contact Tokyo departure 126.0.
Contact Tokyo departure 126.0, Japan Air 917 Heavy.
Above.
100 above.
Check. Continue.
Check.
100.
Minimums.
50, 40, 30. Retard. Retard. Retard.
We are down. That was close.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. knots.
All Nippon 320, exit left at Charlie Niner.
Exit left at Charlie Niner, All Nippon 320.
Delta 295 heavy, wind 055 at 4, runway 34 right cleared to land. Runway 34 right cleared to land, Delta 295 heavy. All Nippon 320, contact ground 121.625, have a good day.
Ground 121.625, all Nippon 320. Bye-bye. All Nippon 320, request taxi to company gate.
All Nippon 320, gate 68 taxi via Charlie 8 Bravo, Echo 8, Echo 6.
Gate 68 via Charlie 8 Bravo, Echo 8 Echo 6, all Nippon 320.
Dynasty 221 Heavy, gate 113, request pushback.
Dynasty 221 Heavy, Tokyo ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest. Dynasty 221 Heavy.
Delta 295 Heavy, ramp 131 taxi via Charlie 9er Bravo, Echo 9er Juliet Romeo, Alpha 10. Hold short runway 34 left.
Ramp 131 via Charlie 9er Bravo, Echo 9er Juliet Romeo, Alpha 10. Hold short runway 34 left, Delta 295 Heavy.
Skymark 719, request taxi to the active.
Skymark 719, runway 34 right taxi via Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1.
Runway 34 right taxi via Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1, Skymark 719.
All Nippon 625 Heavy, contact Tokyo Tower 118.575.
Over to Tower 118.575, all Nippon 625 Heavy.
China Eastern 538 Heavy, contact Tokyo Tower 118.575.
Over to Tower 118.575, China Eastern 538 Heavy.
Dynasty 221 Heavy, ready to taxi to the active.
Dynasty 221 Heavy, runway 34 right taxi via Papa 6 at Lima, Papa 4 Lima 4 Alpha 4 Bravo, Whiskey 4 Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1. Hold short runway 34 left.
Alright, we'll taxi to runway 34 right via Papa 6, Lima, Papa 4, Lima 4, Alpha 4 Bravo, Whiskey 4, Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1. Hold short runway 34 left, Dynasty 221 Heavy.
Delta 295 Heavy, cross runway 34 left at Alpha 10. Continue taxi via Alpha 10 Lima 11 Lima, Papa 6 Papa.
Cross runway 34 left at Alpha 10. Continue taxi via Alpha 10 Lima 11 Lima, Papa 6 Papa, Delta 295 Heavy.
After landing checklist.
Radar and predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist completed.
Parking checklist.
Parking brake or chocks.
Set.
Engines.
Off.
Wing lights.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking checklist completed.
The boarding requested.
Dynasty 221 Heavy, cross runway 34 left at Lima 4. Continue taxi via Lima 4 Alpha 4 Bravo, Whiskey 4 Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1.
Cross runway 34 left at Lima 4. Continue taxi via Lima 4, Alpha 4 Bravo, Whiskey 4, Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1, Dynasty 221 Heavy.
Japan Air 283 Heavy, at gate 11, request pushback and engine start.
Passengers, the boarding started.
Japan Air 283 Heavy, Tokyo ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest. Japan Air 283 Heavy.
Japan Air 555 Heavy, at gate 15, request pushback and engine start.
Japan Air 555 Heavy, Tokyo ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face west. Japan Air 555 Heavy.
All aircraft be advised information kilo now current. QNH 1021. Skymark 719. Contact Tokyo Tower 118.575. Have a good day. Contact Tower 118.575. Skymark 719. Have a good day.
Japan Air 283 Heavy, request taxi.
Japan Air 283 Heavy, runway 34 right taxi via Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1.
Runway 34 right taxi via Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1, Japan Air 283 Heavy.
Japan Air 555 Heavy, taxi for departure.
Japan Air 555 Heavy, runway 34 right taxi via Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1.
Alright, we'll taxi to runway 34 right via Whiskey, Golf, Charlie, Charlie 1, Japan Air 555 Heavy.
Dynasty 221 Heavy. Contact Tokyo Tower 118.575.
Contact Tower 118.575. Dynasty 221 Heavy.
Japan Air 283 Heavy. Contact Tokyo Tower 118.575.
Contact Tower 118.575. Japan Air 283 Heavy. Have a good day.
Japan Air 555 Heavy. Contact Tokyo Tower 118.575.
Contact Tower 118.575. Japan Air 555 Heavy. Bye-bye.
Japan Air 667, gate 6 request pushback.
Japan Air 667, Tokyo ground, pushback approved. Face southeast.
Pushback approved, face southeast, Japan Air 667.